The Packers are celebrating their home opener against the New York Jets. Greg Gumbel along with Trent Green, Evan Washburn down along the sidelines. We are set to get underway. It is a beautiful, beautiful September afternoon here in Wisconsin. 63 degrees. They say it may produce a shower a bit later. We'll see. Today's game is being broadcast in Spanish. We're available using the SAP button on your television. The New York Jets won the toss and have elected to defer, so they will kick it off to the Packers. Number 26, DeJuan Harris, is deep. The Packers still licking their wounds from a 20-point loss at Seattle 10 days ago, and we're underway. This returnable by Harris from the 2. Across the 15 and hit hard forward to about the 17 or 18 yard line. And here comes Aaron Rodgers, the Packers quarterback, now in his 10th year out of California. A touchdown, an interception, and sacked 3 times in that opening night loss at Seattle. When we talked to him, Trent, bound and determined to do better today.
Yeah, last week he was under constant pressure from Seattle's defense. He didn't get much rhythm from a passing game standpoint, and today he wants to get into that rhythm early in the game.
You will see some defensive pressure today from the #1 defense in the league. Lost ball on the ground. The New York Jets say they have it, and they do right off the bat. Sheldon Richardson, the defensive end, with the recovery.
Rookie center Corey Linsley with the exchange problem with Aaron Rodgers. That was one of the things we talked to Aaron Rodgers about. He felt very comfortable with the job that Linsley did last week against Seattle, felt good about his offensive line in general. But that time there, whether the ball was short or Aaron pulled out of there too quick, the Jets end up with the ball in great field position.
Chris Johnson in the backfield. And Geno Smith calling signals out of the shotgun. Johnson can't get away. Maybe a yard, maybe not. Mike Neal, number 96, with the stop for the Packers. Geno Smith's numbers off of last week, 82.1% of his passes completed. A loss of 1 on the play, 2nd and 11. Smith to throw. Near side. Can't connect with his tight end, Jeff Cumberland. It'll be 3rd and 11. A solid offensive line in front of Geno Smith, centered by Nick Mangold, the 9th-year veteran out of Ohio State. And the Jets with an NFL best 212 yards rushing last week. Chris Ivory showed the way with 10 carries for 102 yards and a touchdown. Geno Smith says the Jets practiced with noise every single day this week. And they're going to need to call a timeout with time running down on the play clock.
Well, that was the crowd noise affecting Geno Smith, not being able to get the play from the sidelines. You could see him put both hands over the ear holes on his helmet looking to the sideline. He couldn't hear it. He asked the official for a reset on the play clock. They weren't going to give it to him. Ultimately, he had to call that timeout, Greg.
Trent, can you ever really approximate the noise in practice that you encounter in a game?
You can't simulate it because no matter how loud you put the speakers or whatever music you put on to simulate the noise, it's just a different feel because you're enclosed in here. You know, the practice field is just wide open, and you may have the speakers angled towards the field like a lot of the teams do, but there's nothing holding it in like a stadium does.
Okay, let's talk momentum. Obviously, the New York Jets had a chance to establish some with the turnover right on the first play. Now, if the Packers hold them to a field goal, does the momentum shift to the other side?
That's a win for the Packers if they're able to hold them to a field goal attempt. And really it comes down to Geno Smith's pass attempt on 2nd down. That was a throw he has to complete.
He needs the 6-yard line for a first down. Smith over the middle. Inside the 5 to Jeremy Curley. It'll be 1st and goal.
You'll see Curley come in from the right side of the screen. The tight end Cumberland clears out the middle. That gets A.J. Hawk to drop back in. Curley sits down right at the first down depth, catches the ball. Nice placement by Geno Smith.
Chris Ivory, the deep back behind Geno Smith. First and goal from the 4. The give is to Ivory. He plows his way to about the 1, maybe the 2. The Packers 3-4 defense with Troy Guyan in the middle, his first year here in Green Bay after 6 seasons in Minnesota. Matthews, Hawk, and Peppers joined at linebacker by Jamari Lattimore, who starts for Brad Jones, who's out with a quad injury. And the secondary includes the veteran cornerback Tremont Williams. Sheldon Richardson is in on offense, and he is in a blocking position. Smith stumbles out of the pocket, and he's going to run for it, and he's going to make it to the end zone for the touchdown. It wasn't pretty, but it's 6 points on the board.
Well, and this isn't a broken play. This isn't where it looks like he almost fumbles the snap. He gets stepped on trying to get away from the center. Sometimes it's the guard who steps on your foot. Sometimes it's the center. But it's a called pass all the way. Linebackers drop into the end zone for coverage. Geno Smith has nobody in front of him and gets it in the corner.
So Geno Smith, who rushed for 38 yards last week, gets the 2-yard touchdown. Nick Folk for the extra point. It is good. Green Bay's turnover results in 7 points for the Jets. 7-0 New York. Back after this.
This is a different kind of airline. One that invented low fares so everyone could fly. One that decides where to go next by putting your needs first. And knows people are its most powerful fuel. Some say we do things differently. We say, why would we do things any other way? Without a heart, it's just a machine.
Is a new fit a great fit for you?
Can it fit my dorm room?
Yeah.
Cool. Not him, though.
Understood.
Can we fit our synth in it?
Yeah, you can fit your synth in it.
Does it drive during the day?
Yeah.
Does it have a steering wheel?
Yes.
Can,
Okay.
Can it help us move to Seattle?
Yep.
Is it gluten-free?
Definitely.
Can it do this?
No, but it can do this.
The new fit is a great fit for you. Start something special with Honda.
What does T-Mobile have that AT&T doesn't? Get 4 lines for just $100. With unlimited talk, text, and now up to 10 gigabytes of 4G LTE data. So much for AT&T's best ever family pricing. T-Mobile's got 4 lines for $100. Up to 10 gigabytes of 4G LTE data. So make the switch to T-Mobile. We'll even buy you out of your service contract. So you can get 4 lines for $100 today.
Wednesday, September 24th, one of baseball's most polarizing players is coming to CBS. John Rocker will battle for the title of Ultimate Survivor.
Have I changed? I didn't need to change.
He's a good guy. Just watch.
Hey, Mal, beat it. I would knock your teeth out. Take all the stuff down. Let's fight.
John!
I hope I'm not the first one voted on.
Survivor premieres Wednesday, September 24th.
5 plays, 16 yards, and the Jets are on the board after the turnover by Green Bay, and 7-0. The Jets with the early lead on the road here in Lambeau. Sheldon Richardson with the big fumble recovery. First snap of the game. Aaron Rodgers lost it. And Folk kicking to DeJuan Harris. And this will sail all the way through and out of the end zone. And they'll come out to the 20-yard line. And once again, welcome to Lambeau, everyone. Greg Gumbel along with Trent Green. And as I said, Evan Washburn downstairs. The Packers got spanked pretty good in Seattle. But the one thing that we've talked about as we prepped for this game is that Aaron Rodgers is a good guy to have going for you coming back.
You're right, Greg, and Aaron Rodgers is 12-0 coming off of a defeat as the Packers starting quarterback. So it's not exactly the way they wanted to start this game with a fumbled snap from center, but just know that this team responds and Aaron's that leader.
He's had his problems with centers revolving the door, and we'll talk about that, but Rodgers to throw, and the slant is good. That's across the 30-yard line and a first down to Jordy Nelson.
Well, a week ago against Seattle, they weren't allowed to get big chunks of yardage. All of the wide receivers, not one of them averaged over 10 yards a catch, and that time there, they were able to pick up a big chunk on first down.
Rodgers in the offense, back at it in a hurry. Lacey in the backfield with him. On the move and tackled back behind the 30-yard line by Quentin Coples. So here's the big question we asked Aaron Rodgers. Can his offensive line hold off this front seven of the New York Jets?
Well, Sherrod, filling in for Balaga, it's a pass protection thing, and Aaron Rodgers said he felt very comfortable with it. That time there, the coverage was good downfield, and he just held on to the ball too long.
2nd and 14.
Andy two.
Look over here.
319. 319 up.
Rodgers stepping up, going deep, and that's incomplete. Pass intended for Nelson, and Darren Walls is covered.
And that was really due to the pressure that was applied to Aaron Rodgers in the pocket. He wasn't allowed to step into this throw. Nice job by Walls being in position, but if Aaron Rodgers has more ability to step into his throw, you can see there he has to take a short step and has contact as he's releasing, not allowing him to follow through and get the ball upfield.
Mentioned it earlier, coming into week 2, the New York Jets, #1 in the league in yards allowed, passing yardage allowed, and rushing yardage allowed on defense.
319 up.
Now on 3rd and 14, here comes another pressure and another sack. Back at the 16-yard line, this time DeMario Davis. A trademark of a Rex Ryan defense. You don't know where it's coming from.
Well, that's the thing that the Jets like to do is they like to bring pressure, and they bring it from a bunch of different places. A lot of times they'll show 7 guys at the line of scrimmage, and then they drop somebody out, almost a zone blitz scheme to drop somebody extra into coverage. This time they bring all 7, not enough guys for the Packers to block. Aaron Rodgers doesn't have a quick throw to get it out of his hand when it's 3rd and long.
Jalen Saunders, the rookie out of Oklahoma, stands back at his 35 for the punt. Drifting back to the 25. Penalty marker flies. The crowd wants a block in the back, and they might get one here. Walt Anderson is our referee today.
During the return, illegal block in the back, number 15, receiving team. It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down, timeout.
Salim Hakeem guilty of the penalty, and that will back the Jets back. And it'll be in a hole as we get started here with their second possession and a 7-0 lead.
Is the new fit a great fit for you?
Can we go antiquing in it?
Yeah, because I love antiquing.
Yeah, you can go antiquing with it.
This guy's gonna need to lie down for a while.
I think you'll be comfortable right here.
Can I fit my new in-laws in it?
Yeah, they can all fit.
This is a great day.
This is a great day.
Can I?
And who's next?
Can we fit in it?
Sure can.
The new fit is a great fit for you. Start something special with Honda.
Feel it?
JJ, what?
You know the game's on tonight, right, Amy?
I know, but it's my turn to chaperone.
Right, but you can do both.
How?
NFL Mobile is now free with the More Everything plan from Verizon.
I have Verizon.
Download it, and you can watch the game right here.
Come on, Miss Boogie! Oh, Helen.
For the first time, watch live local Sunday games on NFL Mobile, included with the More Everything plan, exclusively from Verizon.
Easy chip shot. So much for overtime.
The kick is no good. Unbelievable. We're going into overtime.
Best overtime ever.
Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Without a heart, it's just a machine. The all-new 2015 Honda Fit. The new Fit is a great fit for you. And by Verizon XLTE, on America's largest, most reliable network.
10:57 to play in the first quarter. The penalty, the block in the back, has backed the Jets up to their own 16-yard line, and that's where they will begin with Chris Johnson trying to turn the corner, and he'll get a couple out to about the 19. A reminder, you can follow all of today's football action. Download the CBS Sports app now for lightning fast scores, breaking news, video, maybe even a color autographed picture of Trent Green. More, all on your phone. 2nd and 7. Geno Smith with time and hits his tight end, Jace Amaro, the rookie out of Texas Tech. That's close to the 25-yard line. That'll leave him about a 3rd and 1.
Well, they're excited about Amaro, second-round pick out of Texas Tech, as you said, Greg, and just that 2 tight end set. And when you have running backs like Ivory and Johnson, you want to utilize that package as much as you can and get into these 3rd and shorts, make it a much more manageable 3rd down.
Chris Ivory in the backfield with Geno Smith. He's going to keep it and pitch it. And Curley down the sideline, breaking free into Green Bay territory and out of bounds. Nice fake by Geno Smith, and then pitched it to the flying Jeremy Curley.
Well, and I talked to Dom Capers about what happened last week against Seattle and why was Seattle so effective running the football. I said, was it a matter of disciplining your gaps or missed tackles? He said it was more missed tackles. That time there was an assignment issue because there was nobody outside for Geno Smith.
39-yard pickup. Smith rolling, keeping it, and sliding down inside the 30-yard line. Let's get an NFL Today update from New York. JB and Coach Bill Cowher.
Greg, you knew J.J. Watt would be and not a sack, not a bad pass, but a corner route. Yes, that's J.J. Watt catching a touchdown pass from Ryan Fitzpatrick. His first of his career in college. He had a career touchdown, tight end receptions, but 7-0 Houston. Greg Gumbel.
All right, guys, thank you. This is Chris Johnson, left side. You know, now J.J. Watt's catching touchdown passes. He'll be doing every other commercial that he isn't doing so far.
Well, maybe that was part of his contract. You know, he just got that extension. Maybe that was part of it. He had a clause in there. He gets to take a few snaps on offense.
I believe he has what they call a motor.
Yes, he does. A non-stop motor.
Bilal Powell into the backfield on 3rd and 3 for the Jets. Smith down the sideline, has a man open. He got him for the touchdown. Eric Decker. His first touchdown catch as a New York Jet.
Nice job by Decker with his release. He's able to get away from Sam Shields, get up that left sideline. The impressive part about, for me, was Geno Smith, his ability to step into that throw, knowing the linebacker was blitzing, knowing he was going to take a big shot. He's able to step into the throw, absorb the shot, but put the ball right in stride to Decker down the sideline.
29 yards. Nick Folk for the extra point. Remember, this is a drive that started back on their own 16-yard line. The kick is good. To say that it's a stunned Lambeau crowd is an understatement. 8:24 to play in the first. The Jets are up 2 touchdowns.
Today, the world is pretty sad,
but there are great things too.
Today is actually pretty great.
We're making things smarter.
Making things right.
There's more to see and more to do. So smile. So cheer.
Enjoy the ride.
Today.
The Honda Civic Coupe. One more thing to love about today.
Let's hear it for Bud Light, the perfect beer for when you take over a town, make me the mayor, call it whatever USA. Then pack it to the brim with so much spontaneous, never thought I'd be doing this awesomeness that it's hard to believe we actually pulled it off, right? Body bowling, roller disco, Bud Light, tiny cars, tiny horses, big celebrities, Bud Light, dancing, karaoke, Bud Light, whatever that is. This guy, this girl, oh my, wow, look at that. Bud Light and Bud Light, then put it on the internet for everyone to see. And whatever else happened.
Bud Light, the perfect beer for whatever happens. Find out more at upforwhatever.com.
Okay.
Okay, bonjour, enchanté.
Okay, give that a try.
Okay, you're Bixby Spartans.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, what's up?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you're good.
Okay, Google. Do dogs dream?
Dogs dream like humans and about similar things.
Hang on back there. We've been targeted by a surface-to-air missile.
That's them, coming to finish the job.
Get out!
Jet's fueled and ready, DeNozo. Get on it.
I need Gibbs and McGee to come back alive.
Geno Smith engineering a 5-play, 55-yard drive. The Jets have 100 total yards and Green Bay -1 here in the first quarter.
And that's one way coming on the road, coming into Lambeau. They were fired up at the start of this game, but they got quiet real fast with the type of start that the Packers had offensively. And like you said, Greg, they just put together a tremendous drive going down the field and getting their second touchdown of the day.
We were joking with Geno last night about this friendship that he's developed with Eric Decker. It seems to me that's a natural thing for a quarterback to do, is develop a relationship with your wide receiver.
Yes, and we said the same thing to Eric Decker. When you come in, make sure you make friends with the quarterback. He's looking to get the ball upfield, and Decker's done a nice job for him, not only last week, but of course coming up with that big catch right there.
Dwan Harris is deep, and this one will be returned. No, he won't. He's going to take a knee 8 yards deep in the end zone. And Green Bay will start at their own 20. Let's go back to that touchdown.
Well, you're going to see coming off the slot here, and then you got Matthews coming in there off the twist. They're putting a lot of pressure on it. And just the thing, you have to have a lot of respect for Geno Smith. He steps right into the throw knowing he's going to take a clean hit, and he puts that ball right on the money down that left sideline. And just his ability to focus downfield, that's one of the steps you have to make as a young quarterback, having the ability to keep your eyes and keep your focus and keep that accuracy down the field knowing you're going to get hit.
Marty Mornhinwig and the offensive coordinator for the Jets and head coach Rex Ryan say that Geno Smith has made giant strides, not just in his play, but in his preparation. Quick pass to the near side. That's complete to Jarrett Boykin, and that is out to about just across the 25-yard line.
And that's a good drive starter play. Get the ball out of your hands quickly, get it outside, get it in space. Nice job by the Packers. They're making the first defender miss and getting the ball upfield.
Aaron Rodgers looking to develop a little rhythm and get the Packers back into this game. From the shotgun, stepping up, now on the move. And just had to throw it away.
Well, and that's a big win for the Jets defense, because we did have a chance to talk to Rex Ryan last night, and he said he would rather, this was strange to hear, he said he would rather keep Aaron Rodgers in the pocket because his most explosive plays, his big plays, are when he gets outside the pocket, he makes things happen with his feet, but he's just buying time for those receivers to get open downfield. So the fact that he was scrambling, had to throw it away, that's a win for the Jets.
Rodgers also said they would try to give the Jets as little time as possible to substitute. And he brings the Packers to the line right away. 3rd and 4.
Beta 5-2's Mike. 5-2. Ready.
Rodgers with time, throwing far side of the field and reaching for the ball and making the catch is Jordy Nelson.
Jordy Nelson does an in and out, trying to get the defender Walls to think he's going to do a slant, very similar to the route that Decker just ran for the touchdown.
Back at it in a hurry. This is Lacey. Lacey on the mend from concussion symptoms, and Mike McCarthy said he was just ready to go today. Again, no huddle. for the Packers.
Well, and one of the ways to alleviate a defense's pressure is in combination of packages like the Jets are doing is to get the quick snap, and you can see the Packers getting to the line quickly every time.
2nd and 9. Rodgers. Pump, pulls it down, on the move, tripped up. See if he got the first down. It appears he might have it close to the 40-yard line of the New York Jets. Demario Davis tripped him up. That is a Green Bay first down.
The Jets are doing a good job up the field covering, and Rodgers doesn't have his first couple throws. He takes off and is able to pick up that first down, but Davis does a nice job of reacting, coming up and getting a shoestring tackle.
New set of downs for Rodgers at the Jets 41.
319! 319 up!
With time, little flare out to Lacey. Lacey with running room, looking for first down yardage. Goes out of bounds right at that marker. He has enough for the first down at the Jets 30. Veteran teams don't panic when they fall behind by 2 touchdowns, do they?
Veteran teams and veteran quarterbacks, and you can see they hurry up to the line of scrimmage because they want the defense to think they're going to snap the ball quickly. Sometimes they milk the entire clock trying to get protection declarations, and other times they snap it quickly.
5-2, let's go. Andy 2, Andy 2, Andy 2. 5-6, pinch it. Don't pinch. 319, 319 up.
Rodgers steps up, has all kinds of time. Sideline, that's complete. To the 20-yard line, Randall Cobb. And that is another Green Bay first down.
And this is an area of the field, when you get down to that 20-yard line in the red zone area, you look for pressure. A lot of times defenses like to bring pressure, hoping to get that sack, hoping to get that negative play to knock you back, maybe out of field goal range or just to put more pressure on the offense in the existing downs.
So they're right to the line again. Still 13 seconds remaining on the play clock, and Rodgers is ready to go. Under pressure again, he lost the football on the ground. The Jets have it. The question is, was he trying to throw it? Rodgers says he was.
It wasn't a normal throwing motion. He switches it over to his left hand.
The ruling on the field was a shovel pass. It's an incomplete pass. It's 2nd down.
Not Aaron Rodgers' prettiest pass he ever threw, but it did the trick.
Well, he likes to improvise, and they're having it over in his left hand. He sees he's under pressure and just trying to flip it up with his left hand. Good call by the officials, though.
Leger Douzable, the 7th-year defensive lineman from Central Florida, almost got there. 2nd and 10. Rodgers floating to his left, now under pressure, throws complete inside the 15-yard line to Lacey.
And Rodgers under pressure again, gets hit after he throws. Whether you're a veteran guy that can deal with the pressure or not, those take their effect as the game continues.
So now it's a 3rd and 2 as we duck under 4.5 minutes to play here in a very quick first quarter. Eddie Lacy alongside Rodgers. Just got the play off. Rodgers throws inside the 5-yard line, and that is a catch at the 1-yard line made by Nelson.
And look for the Packers to get up on the ball quickly and get a snap in so this doesn't get challenged.
What a grab by Nelson. You have to reach back, it would appear. And Rex Ryan has thrown the challenge flag. And that ball looked like it bounced off the turf.
New York is challenging the ruling on the field of a completed pass.
It appears it doesn't only bounce once, it bounces a couple times.
So Walt Anderson will take a look. We'll take a break. This is the NFL on CBS.
Let's take this up a notch. Let's get a plan and get it right. So we're not doing any of this. Let's go to school. Let's go to save. And then, let's go to town. So we can enjoy the view and look for what's next. Let's do this. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Save 20% on any 2 bags of Scott's fertilizer.
Is a new fit a great fit for you?
Do you think my bike would fit in it?
Definitely.
Also, could you come pick me up?
Ooh.
Can it see into the future?
No, but it can help you see stuff that's behind you.
Can a man fit his yacht in it?
No.
Can it get me to the hospital?
Yes.
Do I have something on my face?
Yep.
Can we take it off-roading, brah?
Yeah, bruh.
Oh, did you mean like this?
The new fit is a great fit for you. Start something special with Honda.
Juliana Margulies is The Good Wife, season premiere CBS next Sunday.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by the new Samsung Galaxy S5. The next big thing is here. And by Bose, official sound of the NFL.
Welcome back to Green Bay, and as Walt Anderson continues to look at this one, Mike Carey in our studio, our officiating expert. Don't you wish all of them were this easy to call, Mike?
Yeah, I might still be on the field, Greg. The key to this one is that the receiver has to have clear control before that ball hits the ground, and that didn't happen in this case. This will be reversed very quickly.
Yeah, Trent and I were saying that one of the indicators is when the receiver hurries and spots the ball for the officials and helps the offense jump start.
Yes, yeah. He's just hoping among hope. Pass is incomplete. It'll be 4th down on the 13-yard line. New York will not be charged a timeout.
Mike Carey, thank you very much. And the call is overturned, and so the line of scrimmage is once again the 13-yard line. Trent, your point was that it bounced a couple of times. How appropriate. We had Charles Barkley in the studio today. It looked like Jordy Nelson was dribbling inside the 5.
Yes, Charles was in the studio for the whole show. He had opinions on a bunch of different things going on in the National Football League and even made some picks along the way.
Mason Crosby, 15 straight field goals going back to last season. This one from 31 yards out to get the Packers on the board. And it is good. 4:06 to play here in the first quarter. First points. A little scuffle on the field. They'll break that up. We'll be back.
When the Galaxy Note launched in 2011, it was ahead of its time. And naturally, when things are new and different, sometimes people aren't ready for them. Experts saw the bigger screen and were like, "You look like you're talking into a piece of toast." The Note is an unwieldy beast. Now it's not being dismissed by competitors, it's being imitated. Thing is, the Note is more than big. It's about being more productive. Wait for it. I like that part. More innovative. Oh, cool. More fun. Today people are saying, is it just me or does the new iPhone 6 look like a Samsung Galaxy Note 2 from 2012? It's cute how Apple thinks their phablet is a fresh idea when Samsung Mobile has been excelling at them for years already. Hashtag next big thing. The new Samsung Galaxy Note 4. The next big thing is here.
Hey, where'd everybody go?
With football on Thursday, you're moving to Monday.
Oh, yeah? Who's gonna make me?
The Big Bang Theory moves to its new night Monday, September 22nd. And don't miss Thursday Night Football on NFL Network and CBS.
You are watching the NFL on CBS.
.406 to play in the first. Let's check in for the first time today downstairs with Evan Washburn. Evan.
Greg, thanks so much. We've already seen the Packers offensive line. It's under a microscope, and specifically, it's Brian Bulaga. He's out, so Derek Sherrod comes in. It's important to note, this is his first extended action for the former first-round pick. He had a leg injury in 2011. He came in Seattle. He gave up those 2 sacks in the fourth quarter. We've already seen 1 here early in this game. I spoke with Mike McCarthy yesterday. I asked him, what does Sherrod need to do? He said, look, it's been a long road back for him, but he's stronger than ever. He just needs to get out of his head. Stop thinking so much. Cut loose and play.
Evan, thank you. We talked with Aaron Rodgers about it, and Aaron expressed a lot of confidence in his offensive line.
Well, there was questions about that. We talked about Lindsley being the rookie at center, and they had the fumbled snap on the first play of the game, but they've been happy with that offensive line in general, and you can see today a lot of the pressure is due to the fact that he's not getting the ball out of his hands quickly because the coverage is so good down the field.
Salim Hakeem is deep for the Jets. And he will not return this one through his hands and out of the end zone. So the Jets will start from their own 20. Gives us a chance to remind you this Thursday, your football week starts here. We bring you to the NFC South to check in on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as they take on Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Big time matchups go prime time. Thursday Night Football on NFL Network and CBS. Josh McCown, Matt Ryan. Boy, Matt Ryan had himself a day first time out, didn't he?
Yeah, they had a nice shootout there with the Saints in week 1 and put up those huge numbers.
Falcons ended up losing today. Chris Ivory now in motion, but the give is straight ahead. As we move under 4 minutes to play here in the first.
Well, that's what the Jets need to do. They like to control. Their offense is about a control offense. You talk about from a running game standpoint, Ivory being that power back and Johnson being the guy to stretch it and get outside with his speed.
Ivory in the backfield with Geno Smith. Smith pulls it back and throws far side. That's Decker, and Decker across the 35 to the 37 and a first down.
If you're going to play 12 yards off of Eric Decker, just run up and run an 8-yard hitch, get the first down, and Sam Shields is giving him way too much respect. I know he just got beat on the deep route, but that was a double move that he jumped to the inside. So giving him that big a cushion, you're giving Geno Smith a completion.
Coming this way is Chris Johnson, and Johnson wrestled to the ground at about the 40-yard line. Mike Neal and Jamari Lattimore with the tackle. Pick up 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Well, I talked just a minute ago about the combination of Ivory as the power back and Johnson as your speed back, and I told Rex Ryan last night, I said it's nice when your power back can take off on a 71-yard touchdown run. He's got that kind of speed, so it's a good combination to have for Rex.
He agreed. Quick pass, that's Curley, and Curley diving across the 45 and looks to be about a half yard short of a first down.
You knew there had to be a quick throw in there when they let the defensive end or outside linebacker come off free from that left edge. They're trying to bait him into getting upfield because you're trying to dump it over the top. Good job by Curley in open space getting it upfield.
3rd and short yardage. Tommy Bohannon in at fullback. The give is to Bohannon straight ahead for a first down. Bohannon's first carry of the season.
Well, it's nice to throw those guys a bone every now and then. You know, all the blocking that he's doing for those backs, you know, just give him the ball every now and then, just feed him a little bit.
First down Jets now at the 49. Geno Smith throwing sideline. Nice defensive play made on the near side. That's Tremont Williams.
This is just an isolated route with Geno coming out on the outside, just trying to hit this outside. Nice job by Williams coming back to the ball. You'd like to see Decker. He sits down on his knees and waits for the ball. If he comes back to it, gives a couple steps back, that's going to be a completion. Williams does a nice job getting his hand in there and knocking it away.
2nd and 10. The give is to Ivory, and Ivory across midfield and brought down at about the 47 of the New York Jets. You know, we were talking with Geno Smith. He said, you know, what was his reaction when Eric Decker signed with the Jets? He said, first thing I did was got his phone number and called him up.
That's a veteran for a second-year quarterback. That's a veteran move to make. You know, you want to. The thing I was impressed with, he talked about his offseason and the preparation that he did in the film that he studied and how much he wants to be better. He definitely put the work in this offseason.
3rd and 6. Geno Smith spreads the field. He's going to keep it straight ahead. Running room, first down. Inside the 40 to about the 39, maybe the 38-yard line.
Nice job up front by the offensive line. You're going to see Geno Smith, he takes off and runs right in the middle. And we talked to him about protecting himself. Last week, he had several runs where he was taking big contact. That time there, once he realizes he has the first down, he goes down to avoid that big hit.
The Jets 5 for 5 on third down conversions today. And this one is going to be thrown for a loss. Chris Johnson dragged down by Mike Daniels. And that would appear to be the last play of the first quarter. We'll take a break and go to the second quarter. The Jets 14 and Green Bay 3.
I need music to get more out of every workout. My headphones help me focus and shut out distractions. If it helps me prepare, I'll jump all over it. One more song, one more set, one more win.
All Bose headphones are engineered to make your music sound deep, clear, and full of detail. For the best performance.
Don't just listen to me. Listen for yourself.
Bose, game-changing sound.
I want you to step in.
Step into what?
Secretary of State.
I made an unofficial move on the situation in Syria.
You'd better be right about this.
I came here to do the job that you said only I could do. Mr. President, let me do it.
As we get set to start the second quarter, we want to send along our sincere best wishes for a speedy recovery to former Green Bay Packer great quarterback and coach Bart Starr, Hall of Famer, who suffered a minor stroke this week, and we are told he is resting comfortably in a hospital in the Birmingham, Alabama area. Feel better, Bart. 2nd and 16 for Geno Smith and the New York Jets. Smith throwing complete to Ivory, and Ivory can't find much running room, wrestled down at the Green Bay 41.
Well, for Geno Smith coming in now, this is 3rd and long, and you want look for him to throw an underneath pass, maybe 5-6 yards downfield. If he gets tackled right away, that gets you in makeable or doable field goal range. If you're able to break a tackle or make somebody miss, then you pick up the first down.
3rd and 13, and here come the Packer fans. Powell straight ahead. Powell still on his feet. Looks to be about a yard short of a first down. A.J. Hawk tripped him up.
Nice quick hitter right up the middle of the offensive line here. You can see the trap.
If you're Rex Ryan, do you go for this, Trent?
No, you kick the field goal. Well, they're going for it, but I'm saying you kick the field goal. You're on the road. You kick the field goal. That still gives you a 2-touchdown lead. Now all of a sudden, this could be a potential momentum changer if Green Bay stops them.
Chris Ivory in the backfield. Smith lets it go. It's complete inside the 25 to the 23-yard line to Eric Decker for a first down. Bold move by Rex Ryan.
Well, and that's why he's a gambler. He's a gambler as a defensive coordinator. He's a gambler with the pressure he brings, and now going for it when you're in field goal range. Coming down to a sit-down route and a reaction there, an out move by Decker.
He said last night I called him brash. He said I prefer bold.
He said brash has a negative connotation. I prefer bold.
This is Ivory turning the corner on the right side.
Well, and just talking with him last night for the 15-20 minutes we spent with him, you can see why the players enjoy playing for him. You can see the energy he brought to our meeting. You know, he gets his guys going, and that's why the guys enjoy playing for him so much, and they play so hard for him because they know he's got their back, and gosh, he's high energy.
2nd and 4. This is Ivory. Dancing a little bit, can't find an opening as the Packers plugged all of the gaps.
If they're going to commit that many guys to the box and just leave one-on-ones on the outside, that time on the far side of the field, Tremont Williams was one-on-one with Decker, and he gave him an 8 to 10 yard cushion. You can just come out, throw that hitch again like they did earlier, and pick up the first down.
Powell in the backfield now with Smith on 3rd and 3. Curley in motion to the far side of the field. Geno Smith stepping up on the move, throws out here to the side. This is Powell to the 10, to the 5, inside the 5 and out of bounds. It'll be 1st and goal.
This is great composure by Geno Smith. He has his eyes up the field. You'll see the vision he has. There's no one there for him, so he starts to scramble. A lot of times as a young quarterback, when you start that scramble, you lose that vision upfield. He knew right away where that 3rd, 4th check down, the swing route on the backside, he knew right where to go and dump the ball off.
1st and goal. This is Bilal Powell, and not much there. May have lost a yard or two.
Had a chance to talk to Dom Capers about what the different personnel groups, what problems they present. Obviously, they have Michael Vick, the Jets do. They could bring him in. He talked about the Wildcat, which we just saw right there. Lots of different formations and personnel groups. He said you can't have different packages for those different personnel groups. You just have to run your defense and be disciplined in your lanes.
17th play of this drive. Ivory looking for the end zone. Touchdown. Boy, good leg power on the part of Chris Ivory.
Nice job to keep your legs moving, keep it moving. You're pushing that entire pile. The thing is, it looks like he's going to be short of the goal line, but he's on top of everybody else's body. And as he keeps pushing his legs, he basically just rides that wave of linemen across the goal line.
Ivory with the touchdown. The Jets looking to go up 21-3.
The ruling on the field of the touchdown is under further review.
They will take a closer look.
He never goes down because he's got 3 linemen he's on top of as he's sliding across and breaks the plane.
So they'll take a real close look. We'll take a timeout and come back to Green Bay in just a moment.
Carl, you can work the weekend, right?
Of course. Whatever you need.
Carl, send me that link.
Okay, Gary.
Yes! That's not on my script.
A few more years, and I'll make Junior partner.
Dramatic music plays as stunning car arrives.
Let's go.
Thanks.
Carl?
Hey, look, it's the State Farm guy.
Hans and Franz?
You pumped up our wallets with the discount double checking, so we want to pump you out.
Sorry, what?
Pull us, you flapping loser!
You'll thank us later.
Roll your boat! Gently down the loser stream.
Doesn't this hurt?
Not with those puny arms.
It's a start.
Yeah, not bad.
Really?
Pump up your savings with a discount double check. State Farm.
I've got it now. I've got the whole league.
I've got the world's biggest NFL video library personalized just for me, with highlights of my favorite players.
Breaking news, fantasy predictions.
It's everything I want, from Marcus Allen
to Keenan Allen.
And it goes with me from this screen to that screen.
This fantasy screen, I got it now. Your own screen, download it now.
NFL Now. Download it today.
The new CBS season begins next Sunday, and America's most watched network has never looked better. Beginning next Sunday, only CBS.
Here we are back in Green Bay, and once again a quick look. And you see number 33, Chris Ivory, reaching.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands. Touchdown.
An 8-minute, 28-second drive by the Jets.
Big third downs that they converted in the drive. Huge fourth down gamble when they're in field goal range that they converted on the drive. Right now they've got Green Bay's defense on their heels.
Nick Folk for the extra point, and it's good. 10:38 to play. Gang Green leading Green Bay. I'm standing here with Trent Green.
Chris and I have our friendly rivalry. Giants, Cowboys, you know the deal. But we sure agreed on getting rid of cable and upgrading to DirecTV with NFL Sunday Ticket. It's the only way we can watch our favorite teams every week. Sure, we still argue sometimes. We're just like any couple, really.
Become the world's most powerful fan. Get NFL Sunday Ticket included at no extra charge. Call 1-800-DIRECTV.
There's a well-established script for building a crossover. We decided it needed a major rewrite.
Stray the course. The agile all-new Audi Q3. Unexpected luxury starts at $32,500.
I feel pretty. Oh, so pretty. Oh, hi Cortana. You look nice.
Thanks. This is the new HTC One M8 for Windows.
Sleek, but I'm more than just a pretty face.
Me too. I can check your calendar, then traffic to help you make your mani-pedi on time.
And you sound great too?
Well, I have 2 speakers for music.
Oh, I only have one.
Really?
Yes, and I'm sitting on it.
Oh, wait.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by DirecTV. If you call yourself a sports fan, you've got to get DirecTV. State Farm. Pump up your savings with a discount double check today. And by Domino's. Visit Domino's.com.
Lambeau Field, one of the great tailgating destinations in the National Football League.
Well, and it's just such a great setting because it's right in the neighborhood. You know, you're driving in, you're passing people in their front yards, on their porches, tailgating, and here we are in the parking lot.
And they're waving to you.
That's right. They are a very friendly city.
21-3 Jets. Nick Folk set to kick it away. Dewan Harris, number 26, is deep. And he will bring this one out from about 5 yards deep. Turning the corner, running room up the sideline and bumped out of bounds. Good job on the return by Dewan Harris. Time for us to go green with Trent. What are we looking for, Trent?
Well, we're going back to last week and the Jets' pressure they were able to apply to the Raiders. Here they show 7 in the box. They're going to bring 7 defenders, only six guys protecting for the Raiders. But what the Jets like to do is here they bring those 2 linebackers and 1 secondary. They drop that defensive end outside linebacker out into coverage. What Aaron Rodgers has to do is when he sees that, he has to get the ball out of his hands quickly, unlike Derek Carr a week ago.
Today, 2 sacks, 7 hurries, and 5 knockdowns by the Jet defense. First down at the 36. Rodgers on the move, had to throw it away. In our conversations yesterday, Trent, this is not your typical, when I say typical, the last few years, kind of Jets defense. All of the pressure comes from up front. They're not a back-heavy defense.
Well, that's why they've been so strong in the secondary in previous years, and that's what's, you're right, Greg, different about the Jets defense. Their front 4, their linebackers, that's where the strength of this defense lies.
Penalty marker on the field.
An eligible player, number 63 of the offense, was downfield during the pass. That penalty is declined. It's second down.
That is the rookie center Corey Linsley guilty of that. So Rex Ryan declined, and it's 2nd and 10. Rodgers, quick pass, complete across the 40, close to the 45 to Randall Cobb.
That time the Jets tried running a delayed blitz. They just brought their down 4. They brought a guy off the slot, but because he came from such a long distance, Aaron Rodgers was able to get that ball off quickly. Quick little 5-yard hitter over the ball.
Statue, ready, set! 319, 319, blue 58, blue 58.
And Rodgers finally got them to jump.
Well, that's going to be offense. Aaron came pulling out of there thinking the ball was going to get up there quicker than that. They went through all that talk and all that cadence trying to get the Jets to declare where the pressure was going to be and give the offensive line an advantage, and the Jets didn't bite.
I love all the finger pointing that goes on at the line of scrimmage.
Neutral zone infraction, number 97, defense. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Calvin Pace guilty of the offside. And that's a new set of downs.
Watch Aaron Rodgers' heels here. You can see him rocking back on his heels as he's trying to get the snap. You see him leaning away. This is on Aaron Rodgers. The officials just miss it.
Unfortunately for the Jets, they're the ones that count. First down, close to midfield.
319.
Looking for running room and spinning across midfield is Randall Cobb. And a reminder, Big Bang Theory, time traveling to a new night. Monday with back-to-back episodes. Don't miss Emmy winner Jim Parsons as the new season begins Monday, September 22nd, only CBS. Jet defense has allowed just 14 rushing yards so far today. And being wrestled down at the 45-yard line is Randall Cobb once again. 3rd and 4.
Well, and the Packers are trying to spread them out. That time there, they went 3 wide to the left. They brought the tight end out, spread out wide to the right, trying to get that defense to spread across the field and hit one of the lanes. Just that front 4 of the Jets is just manhandling the line of the Packers.
Rodgers in the shotgun this time on 3rd down and 4. Quick pass this side, that's complete. And across the 40 and breaking 3 is Jordy Nelson, and Nelson out of bounds. It's a first down for Green Bay. Trying to figure out where they will place the ball down. It appears to be at the Jet 28-yard line.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct on the Green Bay bench. That 15-yard penalty will be enforced It'll be 1st and 10.
Mike McCarthy deeply upset.
We had a chance to talk to Jordy Nelson, and he said last week against Seattle they weren't able to break through any tackles as a receiving group and get those extra yards.
I think Mike McCarthy would be angry and believe that his receiver was hit out of bounds. A late hit by Sheldon Richardson.
Well, and that's what the sideline violation was, is after Richardson drove him into the ground, the sideline reacted and yelled something to the official that drew that flag.
First down from the Jet 43.
Ready, set.
Lacey trying to bounce outside. May have lost yardage on the play. Demario Davis making the play.
And just when Lacey makes the first guy miss, you think he's going to get some positive yards. It's like, oh, here they are. They're gonna finally get a crack in this this Jets run defense. And man, they just swarmed to the ball and didn't let him go anywhere.
Listed as a no gain on the play. It's 2nd and 10. And Rodgers going to go deep down the near sideline. Reaching for it, incomplete, flag thrown. Antonio Allen guarding Jordy Nelson. And this will be against the Jets.
Pass interference, number 26, defense. First down.
They say DeJuan Landry, but that's Antonio Allen on the coverage.
And Antonio Allen, you can see him get his hands on there, and he's pushing him at that point in time. And that's where the contact comes into play. He doesn't turn around and look for the ball. Yes, he does get his head around at the end right as the ball's coming in. But that initial contact that was made as Jordy was going up for the ball is what drew that flag.
So a new set of downs for Green Bay at the Jets 16-yard line. Rodgers rolling, throwing, out of bounds. Chased down from behind by Quentin Coples applying the pressure.
Well, this is just a problem. This is just a situation of Aaron Rodgers getting a little greedy. He comes out and he has the flat right away to the tight end, and he's looking upfield. He wants one of those two backside crossers that are in the end zone. Just come out with the way that things have been going and how hard it's been to get yards against this Jets defense. Come out and hit the tight end in the flat right away, get that 3, 4, 5-yard gain instead of trying to get the big one.
On 2nd and 10. The slant inside, incomplete, inside the 5-yard line to Jarrett Boykin. I thought what Jordy Nelson told us was interesting yesterday, Trent. He was talking about the Jets always show pressure looks, whereas Seattle always has 7 guys sitting back off of the line.
Well, that's how good Seattle's front four is.
Jets called a timeout quickly as Aaron Rodgers snapped the ball in a hurry. So the Jets use their second timeout and will take 1-2, 21-3 New York.
You treat every minute like it's a chance to do something. So you're always moving, constantly searching for the next opportunity to make the most of what life has to offer. Your time is valuable, so you reach for something better. Fewer calories, fewer carbs, more to experience. Michelob Ultra, the superior light beer.
You probably think Domino's pizza cheese comes out of a big plastic bag, and it does. But before it goes into that bag, our cheese was crafted to perfection by an award-winning mozzarella maker using milk from family-owned dairy farms. And we got help from a cheese technologist and a National Cheese Institute laureate award winner, which is really a thing. So order 2 medium, 2-topping Domino's pizzas for $5.99 each, and taste why you can't judge a cheese by its bag.
We're back at the NFL.com Fantasy Football Combine.
Whoa, this guy got lightning in his fingers.
Or it's just that easy.
Yeah, woo! Join the NFL the easy way and play for free at NFL.com/fantasy.
Get ready for the final 3 chilling episodes of the season.
Hang on!
came back for you. Come back for me.
Hey, Saturday on the Home Depot SEC on CBS, the Florida Gators get a huge early season test visiting the Alabama Crimson Tide. It all begins with college football today at 3 Eastern here on CBS. Trent, that SEC football stuff is fairly decent, isn't it?
That's good football. You know, it's hard to pull away from it when you have good games every single weekend.
3rd and 10. Green Bay 2 for 4 on 3rd down so far today. Rodgers, no room to move that way, comes back to the near side. Now keeping, shakes a tackler to the 10, out of bounds at the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. What a job by Aaron Rodgers.
Nice job by Aaron Rodgers keeping this play alive. He keeps his eyes upfield, but I want you to watch from the left side of your screen right at the end. Eddie Lacy's going to come in and get a big block on Davis, and that's what breaks Rodgers to get that 1st down.
So Green Bay now 1st and goal at the 5. Lacy in the backfield. Play clock to 3, to 2. Got the snap off. Rodgers throwing, end zone, incomplete. Broken up by Allen, intended for Boykin. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, and Aaron Rodgers gets away with one here. He tries forcing one in late. It's one thing to try and hit that thing quickly, but he tries getting it late in the back of the end zone. Puts it on the back hip. Antonio Allen has a chance to come up with that interception. He's only able to get one hand on it and knock it away.
2nd and goal. Lacy again in the backfield alongside Rodgers.
Look at the combination route up at the top of the screen.
Quick pass by Rodgers. That falls incomplete, and Rodgers is not happy about something.
Rodgers isn't happy, and you can see Cobb and Jordy are both talking to each other. Somebody missed the call. From that angle and from that look, it appears like it's Jordy, but based on the conversation between Jordy and Cobb afterwards, who knows who's that's on.
3rd and goal. Lacy straight ahead. Stopped at about the 3. And now Mike McCarthy with a decision to make. What do you do if you're Mike McCarthy?
Well, I think you almost have to go for it. I think you have to put yourself as they're running the field goal kicker on the field, but you have to go for it just because being at home, they haven't stopped the Jets yet. The Jets have scored touchdowns on every possession. You know, they're putting themselves in a difficult spot, settling for field goals and not converting touchdowns.
Yeah, Mike McCarthy just called up and he respectfully disagrees with you. He's going with Mason Crosby in the field goal unit. This will be from 20 yards out. And it is good. 5:43 to play in the first half. Fans aren't happy. 21-6 Jets.
Introducing the Kelley Blue Book Price Advisor, the powerful tool that shows you what you should pay. It gives you a fair purchase price that's based on what others recently paid for the same new car and Kelley Blue Book's trusted pricing expertise. KBB.com.
Welcome to Cricket Wireless, where what we say is what you pay. Like 5 lines for $100 a month. That's taxes and fees included. Switch now and get 5 for $100, all in. Cricket, something to smile about.
Miller invented light beer, the original 96-calorie Pilsner, and that changed everything. This led to advertising about great taste, which led to farmers letting fresh hops cascade through their fingers, which led to brewmasters admiring their craft, which led to hand models reaching for a cold one, which led to slow-motion pours of golden goodness, which led to super slow-motion pours with subliminal messages added in for good measure. Miller Lite. We invented light beer and subliminal advertising. You're welcome.
In less than 2 hours, 56 planes will be falling from the sky. I need your help. I need you and your team.
Gather your equipment. Line 2, please.
I need you to get me into a Ferrari 458.
We're in.
We want to save everyone. This is our only chance.
Do it now!
Oh my God!
Scorpion, Monday, September 22nd.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by the agile all-new Audi Q3. Stray the course. And by Kelley Blue Book. Find out what you should pay for your next new car at kbb.com.
Everywhere you look around this area is filled with National Football League history. That is a house across the street from the stadium. Geno Smith awaiting his chance once again. 21-6 Jets with 5:43 to play in the first half. That's the story of the Green Bay drive. Helped by a pass interference call. So Salim Hakeem deep for the Jets. And will not get a chance to return this one as it sails through the end zone, and the Jets will start at their own 20-yard line. Tonight on Big Brother, the jurors pay a visit to the house and face the final 5 players. A new Big Brother tonight after 60 minutes only. CBS. Well, you'd have to say the Jets are doing pretty good on their possessions.
Well, and we've talked a lot about Rex Ryan and this Jets defense. How about Marty Mornhinwig and the job he's doing calling plays today, getting in position, and as we just showed, 3 series and 3 touchdowns.
This is Chris Johnson. And Johnson across the 25 to the 27. Marty Mornhinwig, a one-time offensive assistant here in Green Bay.
Well, he was talking about that. I asked him about coming back to Lambeau and just what a special place it is for him. As you mentioned, he was part of that 1996 Super Bowl championship team as a quarterback coach of Brett Favre, and he just said, you know, this is such a special place when it comes to the history of the National Football League.
Michael Vick is on the field. Geno Smith popping it out to Chris Johnson. And not too much there, but Mike Vick, number 1. And now trots off again.
Well, I think they just want to keep his legs loose in case they want to use him later, because all he did, he jogged to this far side of the field for him. Got a nice little stretch in. The throw was away from him. You don't want him lead blocking, and then he jogged off, so keeping him loose.
3rd and 2. The Jets 6 out of 7 on 3rd down today. Geno Smith under pressure, throwing over the middle. Nice defensive play made in the middle of the field by Morgan Burnett. The pass intended for Jeremy Curley.
Good pressure this time by the Packers. Once again, Geno Smith stepping into his throw, but taking a shot after he throws it. You mentioned Burnett and the job that he did undercutting that play and knocking it away.
And the Jets with their first punt today. Ryan Quigley will step back, and Micah Hyde will go deep for Green Bay. On a great kick. Hyde on the run. And forward to his own 45-yard line. 4:24 to play in the first half. Aaron Rodgers in the offense. Back on the field.
Everything can be improved. Every cut can be quicker. Every block can be stronger. Every catch, harder to defend. We all do things we love. And when we improve the way we do them, it feels amazing.
That's why at Degree, we improve too. Improve Degree Motion Sense, the only antiperspirant that releases extra protection when you move. It keeps you fresher even as Old Spice deodorant fades. Protection improved, so you can do more.
Section 512, row 6, seats 7 through 10. Those are our seats.
At this one time we can't be there, please treat them right.
Get there early, stay late, and yell a whole lot.
Dress warm, gloves, hats, warm boots.
Eric sits in the middle. Uncle Paul sits on the aisle.
And if you want to sit in my seat, make sure you get your ticket from the only place a fan can trust.
Buy and sell 100% verified authentic tickets with other true fans. Only on NFL Ticket Exchange. Tickets from one fan to another.
CBS Tuesdays this fall.
My favorite TV shows are on Tuesdays.
Get ready for one hit.
It's Pride on the Line.
Dwayne Cash's Pride.
After another.
Kinda old school. Old school still works in Louisiana.
NCIS New Orleans after TV's #1 drama, NCIS.
Oh, you love it and you know it.
Laissez le bon temps rouler. Let the good times roll.
Premieres CBS Tuesday, September 23rd.
Hey, coming up, the Verizon Halftime Report. JB and company back in New York will have scores and highlights as well as a special preview of Thursday Night Football coming up on the Verizon Halftime Report. Take a look at the possessions for Green Bay so far. Now you talk about a momentum changer, Trent. We saw them kick a field goal. If Green Bay manages to come down and score before halftime now, this is a little bit of a different game.
It does, and it makes it a one-possession game, and that's probably the thinking of McCarthy when he kicks that field goal, is just to get it down to a two-possession game.
Rodgers throwing this side of the field. Nice catch made at about the 42 of the Jets. Jordy Nelson.
Tremendous job by Jordy. As you see him, he pushes Allen away like he's going to go down the sideline, and Aaron throws that ball before Jordy comes out of his route. Nice job coming back and catching that ball along the sideline.
No.
319.
Rodgers, quick pass. And that's incomplete, intended for Richard Rodgers, the rookie tight end out of California. Beautiful and historic Lambeau Field. The Packers looking for their first win of this season. The Jets looking to go 2-0. 3:51 to play in the first half. Jets with a lead, 21-6.
319. Go win. 319 up.
Quick pass to the far side. That is complete. And bumped out of bounds is Devontae Adams. That'll be marked at the Jet 37.
Well, that's the first time we've seen D. Milliner in on a play. Last week he doesn't play, dealing with a high ankle injury. That time getting the tackle, pushing him out of bounds.
Hold on.
Hold on. 3rd and 5.
Ray. 5-2's Mike. Get him. Ready.
Rodgers coming this way, throwing. Incomplete at the 30-yard line. Again, looking for Nelson. Pretty clear who Aaron Rodgers' go-to guy is, isn't it, Trent?
They just have such a great relationship in terms of just that continuity and that rhythm together. And when he's in trouble and scrambling around, you know, that's who he's looking for first.
So Mason Crosby will line up a 56-yarder. He was kicking them from 60 in pregame. On its way. officially 55, right down the middle.
That could have gone 65, the amount of leg he had on that.
Oh. So another 3 points on the board for the Green Bay Packers. You know what? Way back in October of 2003, in Trent Green's only career game here at Lambeau, all he did was throw for 400 yards and 3 touchdowns, including one to our own Tony Gonzalez back in the studio. The Chiefs forced overtime, rallying from 17 down. Green hit Eddie Kennison for the 51-yard TD pass to win it to 400 passing yards, the second most in my partner's career.
Those are great memories. Yeah, that was fun. It's always good coming back to Lambeau when you have memories like that.
And now that we've done it, then you can stop insisting that we show it.
I kept pushing the talk back. Hey, show the replay, show the replay.
Way to leave him crying.
It's always good when you have a target like Tony Gonzalez to open things up on the outside. Why do you think we had one-on-one coverage on the outside? They're all worried about Tony down the middle.
Was he any good? Oh, here's the onside kick attempt, but picked off by the Jets, Greg Salas. And the Jets will have good field position with 3:07 to play. Line of scrimmage is going to be at the Jet 47-yard line, maybe the 48. So Greg Salas, a fourth-year wide receiver in there with the good hands, came in handy. And now the Jets looking to get in position to put some more points on the board before halftime. This is Chris Ivory. Ivory to the right side. And very close to a first down as he's bumped out of bounds.
Well, and the important thing to remember, that the risk involved with that onside kick attempt or surprise attempt that the Packers were trying to do is you have 3 minutes to go in the half. You've got the 2-minute warning. You've got a timeout still that the Jets do. So not only are you giving up the field position, but with them having the Jets have the ability to stop the clock twice.
Jets were looking, or Green Bay was looking at the possibility of the ball and 3 timeouts remaining. This is Ivory again, and Ivory has the first down to the Green Bay 41. Clock continues to move. Now, when does Mike McCarthy start to use timeouts in hopes of getting the football back?
Well, I think right now with the way the Jets are moving the ball, you don't want to use them now because they could end up getting a touchdown out of the thing. If it gets to a 3rd and long or a 4th down situation, maybe you call it to where you can preserve as much time as possible.
On first down, Smith. Outside, that's Bohannon out of the backfield, and Bohannon inside the 30 to about the 27-yard line. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in Green Bay. The New York Jets 21, Green Bay 9. We'll be back. This is the NFL on CBS.
Don't just dream of being the hero. Make it happen.
I can't believe we're missing the game for this. We're not. I got XLTE.
It doubles our 4G LTE bandwidth in cities nationwide. So be that guy with Verizon XLTE.
Now get 1 gig of bonus data and our best pricing ever on the More Everything plan.
Carl, you can work the weekend, right?
Of course. Whatever you need.
Carl, send me that link.
Okay, Gary.
Yeah, I'm thinking of doing a cleanse. I love kale.
Yes! I mean, good point.
So I say, that's pretty expensive for something called gluten-free.
A few more years, and I'll make June your partner.
Dramatic music plays as stunning car arrives.
It's not on my script.
Ready? Let's go.
Thanks.
Carl?
Xbox One is bringing fantasy football to life in your home and on your TV, and now brings you the Fantasy Player of the Week. In the best season opener of his 8-year career, Lions receiver Calvin Johnson caught 7 passes from quarterback Matt Stafford for 164 yards and 2 scores, including this diving touchdown grab behind safety Antrell Roll. Xbox One, the official game console of the NFL.
New this fall, they watch without being seen. They follow without being noticed.
How can you do that? You think they're gonna believe a stalker?
And they're the good guys.
She sleeps on the left side of the bed, facing the door.
And her stalker?
I don't know yet, but I impressed you a little bit, didn't I?
Stalker premieres CBS Wednesday, October 1st.
Trent, I mentioned to you during the timeout, Marty Mornhinwig having fun calling plays. 7 different pass receivers for the Jets, 6 different ball carriers in the ground game. Smith throwing down the sideline, put it up in the air, and it's intercepted inside the 5-yard line. Tramon Williams with the interception. The pass was intended for tight end Zach Sudfeld.
And that interception is applied because of the pressure that is put to Geno Smith. I want you to watch Daniels over here. Mike Daniels coming off this left side. He just beats his man up the field. Nice job. He does a nice job of keeping his head up, because if he doesn't hit him, if he hits him too low, that they have that protecting the quarterback's knees. He hits him right at waist level, and that causes that ball to flutter up in the air and gets the interception.
28 turnovers since the start of the 2013 season for Geno Smith. And now Green Bay from its own 3-yard line. And 1:52 and 3 timeouts remaining. Rodgers out of his own end zone, complete out to the 10-yard line to Devontae Adams. Green Bay with all 3 of its timeouts remaining. Quick pass by Rodgers, and Rodgers finds Andrew Quarles. And the clock stops now with 1:24 to play. A reminder once again, coming up, the Verizon halftime report. James Brown and that group of usual suspects in the New York studio. The latest scores and highlights, and a preview of Thursday Night Football coming up, the Verizon halftime report.
Well, the Packers now with 2 more timeouts left. They do a nice job of getting out of their own end zone and getting some separation, do a couple short throws, pick up the first down. At some point in time, they're going to have to take a shot up the field, but you have to remember Crosby just kicked a 55-yarder that had enough distance to be 65.
They need to get to the 38 or 39-yard line for Mason Crosby to get a shot. Rodgers on the move. Sliding down at the 30-yard line. Looks like he has enough for a first down. Clock continues to move. 70 seconds remaining in the first half. And a quick pass over the middle. That's complete across the 40 to the 43-yard line. Randall Cobb, another first down. 50 seconds to play.
Well, that's a sure tackle. That's a dangerous defense to do. You bring that type of pressure, you leave one-on-one with only one guy in the middle of the field as your backup. Nice accurate throw by Aaron Rodgers.
Rodgers got rid of it. Harris out of the backfield. Into Jet territory at the 45, and a timeout is called. And we have a penalty marker back.
Personal foul, late hit to the quarterback, number 58, defense. 15-yard penalty, First down.
That penalty is on the late the veteran Jason Babin, and we have a Jet down at the 47-yard line. And that's Sheldon Richardson. So they'll come out to look at number 91, who's had a big fumble recovery here in the first half.
Well, that play was a trifecta of problems. First, you get the big completion that gets the first down. Then you get the penalty that gives them an extra 15 yards. And then Richardson's down, so you lose Richardson. But by Richardson being down, now all of a sudden the Packers get their timeout back. So now they can get the ball at the 30-yard line, and they still have 2 timeouts to go.
And 32 seconds on the clock. This is the Jets' first visit to Lambeau since December of '06, when the Jets registered a 38-10 win. And this penalty is going to put Green Bay at the Jet 30-yard line. So here's Aaron Rodgers at the Jet 30-yard line. 32 seconds and 2 timeouts. They have gained 67 yards in the last minute and 20. Rodgers with time, far side of the field, incomplete. Nelson covered by D. Milliner.
Well, and that's why you just stated why you can't relax against this Green Bay offense. 67 yards in the last minute 20, and even though they've held them out of the end zone and Green Bay has been, you know, dinking away at the score here and getting field goal, you just never know when that offense is going to click in and they're going to get that big play, and that's why they just have to continue applying pressure.
2nd and 10. Rodgers looks left, under pressure, and got rid of it in a hurry. Quentin Coples was bearing down on him. It'll be 3rd and 10.
The Packers are trying to set up a screen here, trying to get the back out to the right. You can see the delayed blitz up top. Rodgers does a smart move by just throwing that ball on the ground.
Right now, Mason Crosby is looking at a field goal attempt of less than 50 yards. Play clock down to 2 to 1. Got the snap off. Under pressure, throwing complete inside the 20, 15, 10. Spins down at the 6-yard line. Davante Adams. It'll be 1st and goal. And the Packers call timeout.
Davante Adams coming from the left side of the screen. Aaron Rodgers slides over to get away from the protection. Nice job by Adams. Watch the rookie as he tucks the ball in with both hands, protects the football so he doesn't get the turnover. And you also worry about using up too much time. He does a nice job of going down, protecting the football, and allowing them to get the timeout to where they have 15 seconds now.
This is Green Bay's 3rd red zone trip of the day. The other 2 resulted in field goals. You expect Aaron Rodgers to go for the end zone.
Well, they still have a timeout, so you can use everything in your whole repertoire of plays that you have inside the 5-yard line. You can even try running the ball, although they haven't had much success running the ball. Look for a play action. You can maybe get it in the flat. If they do get tackled inbounds, you still have that 1 timeout.
Rodgers with all kinds of time and throwing for the end zone, incomplete. Intended for Nelson, covered by Milliner. Those 2 are getting to know each other.
Well, and I think Jordy falls upfield a little bit on this, and that allows Milliner to undercut it and prevent the catch from happening. He doesn't actually hit it away, but he obstructs Nelson's view from seeing the ball all the way in. If he flattens that off and keeps that at a different angle, D's not going to have a chance after that ball.
2nd and goal, 11 seconds left. Rodgers, quick pass, touchdown. Randall Cobb.
Nice job by Aaron Rodgers staying in with the pressure that's being applied.
The Packers come all the way back downfield after the Geno Smith interception. A 97-yard drive over 1:44. The extra point is good. 8 seconds to play in the first half. The Jets lead is down to 21-16.
Here's where their pressure is going to be applied. He's coming off the edge. The offensive line is in a turn protection, so they're all going to Aaron Rodgers' right, leaving that end defender unblocked. Nice job by Rodgers recognizing that his line was turning down and blocking down, so he had to get the ball out of his hands quickly. Good accurate throw, puts it right on the numbers where the defender can't get through and knock the ball away.
So what was once a 21-3 New York Jet lead is now 21-16. And Aaron Rodgers has these Packers right back in this game.
And we've touched on it a few times this half, just momentum. You know, the Jets started off hot. They had 3 drives in a row, scoring touchdowns. That first drive started because of a Green Bay turnover, the fumble on the quarterback center exchange. Then Aaron Rodgers got hot. And as you said, after 21-3, 13 straight points by the Packers, make this a ball game going into halftime.
A couple of seconds ago, you saw Aaron Rodgers with a quick thank you to Tramon Williams for the interception. Team will not get a chance to run this one back, and so the Jets will have 8 seconds on the clock before halftime.
Well, the Jets will just come out and take a knee. You have to remember they won the toss, deferred, chose to kick off, so they will have the ball first coming out in the second half.
Well, after a horrible, disastrous start, a fumble on the first snap of the game, Green Bay has scored on its last 4 drives, 3 field goals and a touchdown. Smith takes the snap, takes the knee, and will go to the locker room. We've come to the end of the first half here in Green Bay. 21-16 Packers. The Verizon halftime report coming your way from New York after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
Next Sunday, Taya Leone stars.
We need to take direct action.
I think you'll find him a much better ally than opponent.
Same here.
Madam Secretary, CBS next Sunday.
This team is pure genius. Scorpion, Monday, September 22nd.
Boo! Oh! I got you, Ticket Oak. You were scared. Ticket Oak.
Some surprises are bad, like added fees at checkout. At StubHub, the price you see at the beginning is the price you pay at the end. Only good surprises at StubHub.
Fantasy football is back, and DraftKings.com ain't messing around. Any player has a shot at thousands, even millions every week. And one-day games is like having a new season every time you play. DraftKings.com. Bigger events, bigger winnings, bigger millionaires. Use promo code EVENT to play and get free entry in the Millionaire Maker event. Winner gets $1 million.
You are watching NFL Sunday Ticket.
Well,
CBS Sports presents the Verizon Halftime Report.
And welcome back to Studio 43 and the Verizon Halftime Report. I'm James Brown with the scores from today's early games. It was New England bouncing back with a victory over Minnesota by 23. Patriots 24 points of turnovers. The D was strong, 6 sacks and 4 turnovers in that win. Cincinnati by 14 over Atlanta. Cincy is 2-0 for the first time since 06. 10th straight regular season home win. Boy, I'm telling you, Giovanni Bernard got it done on the ground, 169 total yards and 1 touchdown. Jacksonville loses to Washington by 31. RG3 dislocated his left ankle in the first quarter. The backup, Kirk Cousins, comes in 22 of 33, 250 yards and 2 touchdowns. Washington ends a 9-game losing streak. Buffalo by 19 over Miami. The surprising Bills are 2-0. Their defense with 4 sacks. Running back C.J. Spiller, 200 all-purpose yards and a touchdown in that win. Arizona 25-14 over the Giants. Arizona 15 unanswered in the fourth. Giants hurt themselves with 9 penalties, 4 turnovers, and allowed a punt return for a score. The Cowboys behind DeMarco Murray's 167 rushing yards and a touchdown. Dallas had 26 first downs and dominated the time of possession, 41 minutes. They won at 26-10 over Tennessee. Detroit loses to Carolina. Carolina 2-0 for the first time since 08. Carolina's defense, 4 sacks and 3 turnovers in that win. And Cleveland by 2 over the Saints. Brian Hoyer, an impressive day. Coming up, all the highlights when the Verizon Halftime Report continues.
CBS Friday, September 26th is your destination for great drama.
You got your attention now or what?
Get in on the action with Hawaii's hottest detectives and New York's top cops.
We get paid to keep the peace.
We should do this again. We make a great team.
The season premieres of Hawaii Five-0 and Blue Bloods. CBS Friday, September 26th. Monday nights, CBS is bringing in the big guns.
We never do anything small.
NCIS LA moves to Mondays, September 29th.
CBS Sports presents the Verizon Halftime Report.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to Studio 43 and the Verizon Halftime Report. I'm James Brown, along with Tony, Coach, Bart, and Boomer. We've got the highlights from the early games. Bart.
Saints at Browns. Browns marching down for the game-winning field goal. Brian Hoyer finds Andrew Hawkins for the 28-yard reception. Stay up, big man. Setting up Billy Cumden for the 29-yard field goal. Mike Pettin and the Browns get their first win of the year.
Paydays don't come very often. You only get them, 16 times a year in a regular season. We got paid today.
Show some excitement.
Yes, he did get paid. You guys want to see somebody else getting paid? How about Mohamed Sanu getting the perfect pass from Andy Dalton? He races 76 yards for that touchdown. I tell you what, Cincinnati looked really, really good today.
Andy Dalton's off to a great start, Tony. How about this? Chandler Jones blocked field goal.
Beat him up, ball.
He's going to return it. They'll go up 24-7 there. They go on to win 30-7. 6 sacks of Matt Castle. Only 217 total yards of offense for Minnesota. New England wins.
Dolphins at Bills. Jim Kelly being honored by the Bills. This team played with passion and emotion today. E.J. Manuel finds Sammy Watkins over the middle for the 12-yard score. This game was bust open by C.J. Spiller, who had himself a day.
Oh, a tough day for RG3. Right here on this play, he's going to dislocate his left ankle. He will not return to the game. His backup, Kirk Cousins, comes in, 250 yards, 2 touchdowns, defense 10 sacks. RG3 talks about his backup, Kirk Cousins.
I believe, and I know a lot of people believe that Kirk is going to go out there and play extremely well, and this team is going to win games because we have a very good team that's on that field. So one guy doesn't define this team. That includes me.
Well said, RG3. How about the Giants? Boy, how miserable are they right here? A 71-yard punt return by Ted Ginn Jr. going to give the Cardinals the lead. They go on to win the game 25-14. There were 4 Giant turnovers. Tom Coughlin is absolutely miserable.
We're all men. Stop feeling sorry for ourselves. We had an opportunity. We let it slip. No one to blame but ourselves.
And how about the Dallas Cowboys going into Tennessee? DeMarco Murray, 167 yards. Des Bryant, this touchdown pass from Tony Romo, 10 catches, 103 yards. Statement game there for Dallas.
And Cam Newton's first game back this season. He connects with Jason Avant for the 14-yard touchdown. I'll tell you what, the defense for Carolina played outstanding today, forcing 3 turnovers.
So did Cam.
And late game scores, San Diego still holding to a 6-point lead late in the third quarter over the defending champions, Seattle Seahawks. Week 3 of the NFL starts with Thursday Night Football right here on CBS and the NFL Network, featuring Tampa Bay taking on Atlanta. Coach Carroll, what do you expect?
Well, I'm going to expect to have my buddy join me down here in Atlanta. That's his hometown, and I'll tell you what, or your home team, last team you're with, they're good, high scoring at home. Divisional game.
Divisional game. You know it's going to be tough, hard-hitting, high-scoring. Can't wait to see this one.
Tony's a beach guy now, Verizon.
Hopefully he buys you dinner on Thursday night.
CBS Sports presents the Verizon Halftime Report. Download NFL Mobile exclusively from Verizon.
She's the world's most courageous surfer.
I lost my arm to a tiger shark.
Taking on a new challenge. Catch The Amazing Race on its new night, CBS Friday, September 26th.
I've got it now.
I've got the whole league.
I've got the world's biggest NFL video library personalized just for me, with highlights of my favorite players.
Breaking news, fantasy predictions.
It's everything I want, from Marcus Allen
to Keenan Allen.
And it goes with me from this screen to that screen.
It's fantasy stream. I got it now. Your own stream. Download it now.
NFL Now. Download it today.
Section 512, row 6, seats 7 through 10. Those are our seats.
If this one time we can't be there, please treat them right.
Get there early, stay late, and yell a whole lot.
Dress warm. Gloves, hats, warm boots.
Eric sits in the middle. Uncle Paul sits on the aisle.
And if you want to sit in my seat, make sure you get your ticket from the only place a fan can trust.
Buy and sell 100% verified, authentic tickets with other true fans. Only on NFL Ticket Exchange. Tickets from one fan to another.
Catch NFL action on your smartphone. Stream local Sunday and primetime NFL games on NFL Mobile, exclusively from Verizon.
It is halftime here in Green Bay with the New York Jets leading 21-16. They once owned a 21-3 lead, but the Packers came charging back and will return to Lambeau Field after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
The unforgettable season finale, tonight, only CBS.
You know what my business philosophy is, Reynolds?
No, not exactly.
To attain success, one must project success. That's why we use FedEx One Rate.
Right, they're flat rate shipping.
Exactly. It makes us look top-notch, but we know it's affordable.
I need help with the groceries.
Where was I? Oh, yes.
Ship a pack via FedEx Express Saver for as low as $7.50.
I can stop whenever I want. The season has begun. Get off me, Richard.
Dave, your house is on fire.
Madden NFL 15, rated E for everyone. EA Sports is in the game.
Xbox One, now starting at $399.
1, 2, 3.
The all-new, head-turning Cadillac ATS Coupe. It's irresistible.
You are watching NFL Sunday Ticket.
Run a corner route.
I'm open! Our boy has no ID. He's a decoy.
Throw me the ball, Burley!
NFL Monday QB, Mondays at 6:30 on CBS Sports Network.
So this board gives me rates on Progressive Direct and other car insurance companies?
Yes.
But you're Progressive, and they're them.
Yes.
But they're here.
Yes.
Are you?
There?
Yes.
No.
Are you them?
I'm me.
But the lowest rate is from them.
Yes.
So them's best rate is?
Here.
So where are them?
Aren't them here?
I already asked you that.
When?
Feels like a while ago.
You want to take it from the top?
Rates for us and them. Now that's Progressive. Call or click today.
Back at Lambeau Field, the Jets could not have asked for a better start. They took advantage of an early Green Bay turnover, jumped to a 21-3 lead, but you can't keep Aaron Rodgers down for long. This is the Packers home opener, and he began to connect with his favorite receiver, Jordy Nelson. It's a 21-16 Jet lead as we get set to begin the third quarter. And now let's take a look at the DirecTV Ultimate Picture Cam in that early Jets charge. 29 yards, Geno Smith to Eric Decker. The Jets start this second half with the football and on top as we welcome you back to Lambeau. Greg Gumbel along with Trent Green. Boy, we saw momentum on both sides of the field, so what do you expect coming out of the locker rooms for each of these guys?
Well, I think the Jets need to get the run game going. Chris Johnson only had 7 yards in the first half. Chris Ivory only 33 yards rushing, so they have to get the two of them going. And on the Green Bay side of things, you have to protect Aaron Rodgers. We saw at the end of the first half, if you give him some time, he's going to get some weapons.
All right, let's go downstairs and check in with Evan Washburn. Evan.
Well, Greg and Trent, you're exactly right. I spoke with Mike McCarthy coming back on the field. He said their protection improved when they just settled down, and then defensively, he wants to see the tackling continue to improve. That was an issue in Seattle. Also dealing with some of the Jets' gimmick plays. I spoke with Rex Ryan as well, and he said they just were out-executed in that 97-yard drive to close out the half, but he was upbeat, very pleased with Geno Smith, minus that interception.
All right, Evan, thank you. When we talked about that interview, that interception by Geno Smith, he was hit as he released the ball. Really wasn't his fault.
Yeah, you know, he got a lot of pressure, and you look at Daniels hit him really hard and low, and what happens as a quarterback, if you can't step into the ball's going to flutter, and that's exactly what happened. It hung up in the air and cost the interception.
Green Bay Packers did an outstanding job of fighting back from a big deficit in the first quarter and coming back in the second quarter to pull to within 5. Jets get their hands on the football first to start the second half. This is Salim Hakeem, muffed the ball at the goal line, picked it up, and he's out of bounds at the 5. Boy, there's a mistake to start off the second half.
It's not the way you want to start the second half. We have to remember back to the first half, they put together a long drive after starting down inside as well. So this is something they've done once, but not the momentum you want to start off with for the second half.
Geno Smith is going to begin at his own 5-yard line. And you can bet the Packer fans are going to get right back into the thick of things. Chris Johnson in the backfield. Chris Johnson with the handoff for 2 out to the 7. First half possessions for the Jets, 3 touchdowns, and then a punt and an interception.
Well, and you could hear the crowd getting into it on that first down snap. You see the start of the game, 3 touchdowns in a row, 21 points off those drives. This place got quiet, but as the momentum changed, Greg, you touched about it, the momentum changed to Green Bay's favor, getting these fans back into the ball game.
2nd and 8. Smith on the move, throwing, sideline pass, diving attempt made on the near sideline, and the ruling is incomplete. Decker, the intended receiver.
Well, we're up here a ways, but it appears he comes down with this ball.
Ooh, and that's going to be really close.
And on that replay, it looks like he has 1 foot down and drags the second. So I know we're up in the sky here a little bit, but it looked like he had a catch. And then after seeing this replay, I think it only confirms it.
With the left foot down, dragging the right foot.
Well, they ruled it. They changed their ruling on the field to a catch.
And Mike McCarthy had himself a nice front row seat. Now the fans here watching the replay on the board, they don't think it was a legitimate catch. Of course they don't.
Well, that's a good thing. McCarthy has some guys up in the booth seeing the TV angles and TV replays, because up on the big board, these fans don't quite see that back foot dragging.
First down at the 21-yard line for the Jets. Great catch by Eric Decker. 3 seconds, 2 and 1, and he calls timeout. Time ran out on him on the play clock. So 13:52 to play in the third quarter. Now, that does feel like a mistake when you've had time to get the play in, right, Trent?
Well, I think that the fact that the officials were discussing whether it was a catch or not a catch, you have to be ready to call that play. You have to be ready to go. And so once that ball's spotted, you already have that decision made. And whether or not there was some miscommunication with Geno trying to change the play at the line of scrimmage or not, the fact remains that, yeah, wasting a timeout this early in the second half could ultimately come back to haunt you at the end of the game.
Geno with a few words from his offensive coordinator, Marty Mornhinwig. I mentioned in the first half, it looked like Marty was going all over the playbook because he was calling a variety of plays.
Well, and you mentioned the number of different receivers that were involved, the number of different players that had carried the football.
Now there's a flag on the near side of the field, which is a challenge flag.
Green Bay is challenging the ruling on the field of a completed pass, which is allowed by rule because there had not been a legal snap prior to the New York timeout.
Well, let's see if there's a double whammy against the Jets, because delaying the start of that play might have given a little opening to the Packers.
We're the bags fly freeing, no change feeing, people loving, low fare leading airline. But that didn't fit on the side of our plane. Ever worry you're going to end up on one of those teeny tiny itty bitty regional jets? We don't. Southwest only flies 737s. You know, the big ones.
The all-new TLX from Acura.
Chili's $20 dinner for two, featuring fajitas with grilled chicken or new pork carnitas. Share an app and choose 2 delicious entrees, like our new fajitas. It's one of the many options on Chili's $20 dinner for two. More life happens here.
Robert, you were the best.
I promised someone that I love I would never go back to being that person. But today, I'm gonna make an exception.
The Equalizer, rated R. Each week, CBS brings you the best game from the best conference. The Florida Gators drive into Alabama to battle the Crimson Tide. The SEC on CBS, Saturday.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or of any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
Back at Lambeau Field as we take another look.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is confirmed. It is a catch. Green Bay is charged with its first timeout.
And let's check with Mike Carey, our officiating expert back in New York. There wasn't any doubt in your mind, was there, Mike?
No, Greg, I thought we had clear, controlled 2-toe taps down inbounds. The only issue is that the right foot looks like it drags, but you can't tell specifically that it does, because the chalk that comes up from the field could have been chalk from the left foot. I believe that the ruling on the field is going to stand as a completed catch.
What happened in that play if the original ruling had stood, that it was ruled incomplete? Did you see enough to overturn it?
To rule either way. It'll stand no matter how it's called.
All right, Mike, thank you much. Chris Johnson with the carry, and he's stacked up at about the 21-yard line. So now the Packers lose a timeout on that challenge, and Trent, you said you thought it was a wasted.
Well, and you can argue that both teams have already wasted one timeout. You know, the fact that the Jets weren't ready to snap the ball after that the initial discussion about the catch, and then McCarthy was right there to see it. It was on his sidelines, and he had guys up in the booth with TV viewing. So yeah, I think both teams have wasted one.
2nd and 10. It's Geno Smith running out of time and threw it. It looked like his throwing arm was in motion, but let's see what the ruling is on the field. Packers think they have the football.
There was no official that ruled it incomplete. Nobody came running in waving it off as an incomplete pass.
The ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense. First down.
Well, this will be an interesting look. Dayton Jones recovered what is being ruled a fumble. Let's take a look.
A lot of it depends on if his arm's going forward, if the ball goes forward. You can see his arms in a throwing motion. It appears that it goes forward. Let's see where he is. He's right on. It depends on if you say where the ball leaves his hands as he's being hit. It's definitely behind where he lands.
Yes.
Well, let's go back to Mike Carey in New York. Mike, you saw that play?
Yes, I saw that play.
And what'd you think?
I think it's a backwards pass, not a fumble. But in both situations, the defense is going to come up with the ball.
Yeah, I think you can definitely see Geno Smith's wrist moving forward with the football, but didn't think about the backwards aspect of it.
Yes. So
Walt
in order
Anderson,
for a pass to be forward, it has to be clearly forward. This one was thrown from a stripe to the other stripe, which means a parallel textbook backwards pass recovered by the defense.
So a parallel throw is a backward throw.
It is a backwards throw. Yeah, it is not a forward pass.
here's another look, Mike. Geno hit by Julius Peppers just as he let the ball go.
Yeah. All right. So from the point of release of the quarterback, wherever it touches determines if it's forward or backwards. And it left his hand at the stripe and went parallel and bounced forward. But that parallel makes it not forward.
Okay, so it's looking like he
But here's
released.
what they're going to do. He's going to say any forward motion will make it a forward pass, and they'll go incomplete. That's what they're going to do.
Okay, it looked like
so just the mere fact of his arm coming forward, they're saying they'll take out the fact that it's a parallel pass like you touched on just a second ago. But because his arm's going forward.
Any forward motion is going to be a forward pass. So that's the way they're going to handle it, and that's the way I should talk about it.
All right, Mike, thank you. Here's Walt Anderson.
After reviewing the play, the quarterback's hand was coming forward when he was contacted by the defender. The pass is incomplete. It'll be third down on the 21-yard line, 13:15 on the clock.
You know, Mike, as much as we don't like a know-it-all, that was really good of you.
What was it though, Mike, that got you to change your mind on that from being a parallel pass that was going to be a fumble to all of a sudden with the arm coming forward? What was it that got you on that?
Because any time the ball is still firmly in the quarterback's hand and his motion starts forward and he has a disruption by the defense, that action of going forward makes it a forward pass regardless of what direction it goes.
All right, Mike, thank you. Well, Mike McCarthy, more than just a little bit upset on the Green Bay sideline, but it is a Jet possession now at their own 21-yard line and looking at a 3rd and 10. Mike Carey on top of it from New York. Deep drop for Smith. Throwing deep for Decker. Incomplete at the 30-yard line of the Packers. He had him.
Decker had a step on him. Nice job by Geno buying some times with his legs. Decker matched up on HaHa Clinton Dix down the field. There's no safety in the middle, or that is the safety. Decker goes up. You can see here on his release, he just gives him an out and up. He has him beaten. Geno's going to be kicking himself for that, missing that throw.
Randall Cobb is deep for the kick. and short, and fair catch called for, but he'll let it bounce. And it'll come to rest at the Green Bay 36-yard line. And this reminder, next Sunday, the NFL on CBS brings you doubleheader excitement. First, the Houston Texans take on the Giants. The Raiders visit New England. Brent and I will be in the great Northeast for that. And then the Super Bowl rematch when the Broncos battle the Seahawks. And it all begins at noon Eastern time. JB and company on the NFL Today, presented by Southwest Airlines. Eddie Lacy in the backfield with Aaron Rodgers.
Red Jill! 319! 319!
Lacy cuts it back out to about the 39. After the fumble and the punt, the Packers came on strong with 3 field goals and a touchdown to close to within 5.
And here they are, their first possession of the second half, getting great field position. We have to remember the mistake that the Jets made on the initial kickoff return, stepping out of bounds at the 5-yard line, and then the defense holding firm, giving the Packers this field position to start off.
Blue 94, blue 94, blue 94, blue 94. Oh, scoot. Lock it, yeah. Oh, scoot. Blue 58, blue 58.
Rodgers flips it out to John Kuhn, and Kuhn out to about the 43-yard line. You know, you hear a lot of conversation at that interior line, and Aaron Rodgers says that his rookie center, Corey Linsley, gets a lot of help from Josh Sitton on the left side and T.J. Lang on the right.
Well, it's important to have some veterans somewhere there on the offensive line, because as a center, that generally, the communication between the quarterback and the center is vital because of the protection calls. They have to be, the declaration that the quarterback makes has to be on the same page with what the line is doing, so he knows which guy is his hot responsibility, who he's aware of in a protection.
Hey, damn, Tom.
3rd and 2.
319, 319.
Lacy not going to get there. Brought down at the 43-yard line. Muhammad Wilkerson, Damon Harrison leading the charge.
Just nowhere for Lacy to go. A lot of times, a back of his size and stature, he's able to push the pile. There's nowhere for him to push the pile there. Wilkerson does a nice job of holding his block, holding off his block, coming off and making the tackle.
Green Bay with 43 yards rushing today. Aaron Rodgers is the leading rusher with 30 of them. Jalen Saunders says let it go, and it bounces out of bounds. And the Jets are going to wind up with better field position than they had when they kicked it away. 21-16 Jets, 10:49 to play in the third. We're back after this.
The all-new TLX from Acura.
Visit your local Acura dealer for attractive offers on the TLX.
Wait, are you running full Adobe Photoshop on a tablet?
Yep, but it's not just a tablet, it's really a laptop. It's a Surface Pro 3 with a touchscreen.
Well, it can't be as fast as my Mac.
Sure it can, and it is.
But you probably can't plug anything into it.
I have a USB, mini DisplayPort, plug away. And this is my favorite, it's the kickstand.
So you're saying it does more than my Mac?
Well, technically, you said it.
Let's take this up a notch. Let's get a plan and get it right. So we're not doing any of this. Let's go to school. Let's go to save. And then let's go to town. So we can enjoy the view and look for what's next. Let's do this. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Save 20% on any 2 bags of Scott's fertilizer.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Without a heart, it's just a machine. Microsoft Surface, the official tablet of the NFL. And by Papa John's, official pizza sponsor of the NFL.
If you can't get into the front row here inside the stadium, you can do a little Lambeau leap outside. Nice day here in Green Bay, temperature 65. Jets from their own 24-yard line. Chris Ivory. Oof. Not much there at all. Forward progress will be marked at the 25-yard line. Micah Hyde walked off the field a few moments ago with a knee injury. His return is questionable. And the Jets kind of like foundering now, Trent, looking for a little lost momentum.
Yeah, this has definitely been a game of momentum, and the Jets are desperately trying to find it in their favor.
Ivory can't find any running room. Mike Daniels, who has played a superb game at defensive end for Green Bay, with the stop.
Well, I had a chance to talk to Dom Capers about Mike Daniels and just the energy he's brought, his development. You know, 4th-round pick out of Iowa 3 years ago. He really came on strong last year, especially towards the end of last year, and he's bringing an energy and an enthusiasm to that defensive group as this turnaround's happened today.
3rd and 7. Geno Smith throwing, a little bit behind his intended receiver Decker, and he couldn't hold on.